MCC Season 3 is returning on March 18th with MCC 29. And with the teams not yet announced, I thought it'd be a good idea to make my own teams. I decided to mix two newcomers in and bring back some classic duos. Also, quick disclaimer, this is purely for fun, and none of these teams are meant for anything beyond the enjoyment of seeing creators team together in a Minecraft tournament. Anyways, let's just get right into it. Alright, first up we have the Red Rabbits with Sapnap, Awesome Dude, Sylvie, and Bad Boy Halo, with a Season 2 average of 8,904. Now, this team is actually pretty insane. I tried to nerf Sapnap a little, so I didn't put him with George, because I think him and George are a little bit too OP, so I tried to put him with other friends from the Dream SMP and just people he knows really well, and I think this team actually works really well, and I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen this team in MCC yet, so this would be a really cool team to see. And yeah, I think this team would do really well. Their best game would probably be probably survival games, maybe Sky Battle. Sky Battle or survival games, just because Sapnap, those are some of Sapnap's best games. And yeah, there's probably better teams here besides this team, but this team is still pretty insane. Next up, we have the Orange Ocelots with Pizza Hut, SB, Solidarity, and Cubfan, with a Season 2 average of 9,040. This is probably one of my favorite teams that I made because, I mean, I just love the Pete and SB duo. It's insanely strong. And Solidarity and Cub really flesh out this team and just make it super strong. This team is definitely very OP, and this team is probably a top 3 team out of all these teams that I made. It's very, 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 very strong. And yeah, this kind of reminds me of one of Pete's like Season 1 teams where he kind of has to carry. But SB is really good now, so he doesn't have to fully carry. But still really cool to see him with the Hermit, because Pete's kind of the honorary Hermit now. And yeah, this team just would be a total vibe. And their best game is probably Billmart or Rocket Spleef Rush. They're really good at both. I think, yeah, one of those two games I think they would dominate at. Up next, we have the Yellow Yaks with Quig, Guy Rocky, Good Times of Scar, and Krinios, with a Season 2 average of 8,543. Now, this one I know is going to be a fan favorite. It's the team of Ryans. Everybody here's real name is Ryan. So, yeah, it's a very highly requested team on the Reddit, and it could actually happen if Scott wants it to happen. Maybe they have like an OP MCC down the line. Instead of like All-Stars, they just have, OP teams. That would be really cool to see. I think this could be one of those teams. This is a really OP team and just all around, really cracked. Their Season 2 average is low. That's probably because Krinios and Scar had some bad events at the beginning when they first started playing in Season 2. But other than that, this team would probably thrive in almost every game. Maybe their strongest game might be Sky Battle. I don't know. No, actually, I don't think Krinios is that good. Their strongest game might be to get to the other side, actually. They probably would destroy people to get to the other side. Yeah, they'd be really good at that. So yeah, great team. Love this team. Next up, we have the Lime Llamas with Fruitberries, Smallish Beans, Cryptic Zeus, and Grian, with a Season 2 average of 8,806. Now, wow, this team is amazing. I absolutely love this team. I thought it'd be a really cool idea to bring Fruit and Zeus together because they're both fellow Canadians, and then to bring back the Joel and Grian duo, which is always a great duo to have because, I mean, they're so funny together. It's just a great time. So yeah, this team would be amazing. Seriously, this team would be probably one of the greatest MCC teams that we've ever had if we ever got this in an event, which we probably won't because it's way too OP. This team's average it's very surprising, but also not really because Joel popped off at the end, and same with Zeus, and Grian had a really good run of events, and of course Fruit's cracked. So yeah, their best game, would probably be Sky Battle. I think statistically this is the best Sky Battle team just because they have Fruit and Joel, who are two of the best Sky Battle players in all of MCC. And Grian did really well, and Zeus can do really well, and he has a bunch of teammates that are good at it. So yeah, great Sky Battle team, great team. Let me know what you think about this team in the comments down below because I think a lot of people are going to love it. Up next, we have the Green Geckos with H-Bomb, Tubbo, Hannah XX Rose, and Boomer with a Season 2 average of 8,700. All right, so I used Dan TDM's average for Boomer, which is around 1,900 ish. So I think that's pretty fair because I think he would get around 2,000 to 1,900 if he actually played in an MCC. So yeah, I think that's pretty realistic, and I think that does help out this team's average. Because I did have Blushy on this team before, and then I replaced Blushy with Boomer because I think it'd be, yeah, it just makes his team more OP, and it kind of makes it more fair with the rest of the teams. And this team is actually really cool because Tubbo and H have teamed before, and Hannah and Boomer know each other really well. So the chemistry is there. They just gotta actually perform, and because they have such a wide variety of skills, like Tubbo's good at Rocket Spleef, Hannah's good at PvP, H-Bomb's great at Sands of Time. I think this team actually is a really good Sands of Time team. And this team would probably do really well at Sands of Time. Probably really well at a couple PvP games too, because Boomer and Hannah are pretty cracked at it. So yeah, great team, and I think this also might be a fan favorite because this team's pretty well rounded. I really like this team. Next up, we have the Cyan Coyotes with JoJo Solos, Smager, Pearl SN Moon, and In the Littlewood, with a Season 2 average of 8,634. Now, I don't have much to say about this team other than I think this team has great chemistry, and this actually could be a team that gets Pearl a win. I mean, seriously, look at this team. This team, everybody here knows each other. Like, everybody here could, can communicate with each other. Like, this team is, I mean, when I was, building this team, I was like, okay, we have JoJo, who's the S tier. We have Smager, who's the secondary player. And then we have Pearl. And then I was like, okay, who's going to be the fourth player? And I tried a couple other people, and I was like, I tried AMZ because AMZ had played with Pearl and JoJo before, and AMZ knows Scott pretty well. So I was like, okay. And then I was like, okay, wait, Martin could work here because these are OP teams. So I was like, why not put Martin here? And I was like, okay, this team is actually really good. I don't know why their average is that low, I'm going to be honest. But yeah, this team is actually really, really good. Their best game, probably Bill Mart. If not Bill Mart, maybe to get to the other side. If not to get to the other side, I don't know, because I can't think of any other games. Yeah, probably Bill Mart or to get to the other side. But comment down below what this team would be best at, because I can't think right now. Up next, we have the Aqua Axolotls with Antfrost, Rambo, Tapel, and Sneegsnag, with a Season 2 average of 9,030. Alright, I'll admit it, this team is kind of unexpected. This team might be too OP. But at the same time, maybe it's not because Tapel, hasn't been playing to the best of his ability in the past couple events because he's not really trying. He's just kind of playing for fun. And Rambo hasn't gotten to win yet, so I was like, all right, why not just put a really OP team around Rambo and see what happens. I really wanted to see the Tapel and Antfrost duo happen, so I put them together. And I was like, okay, I got to give Rambo a Misfits member to play with. And I was like, Sniff is a little bit, that's not OP enough. And I was like, AMZ, no, that doesn't really work. I was like, Sneak, I was like, that might be too OP. And then I realized there's not really a middle ground here. Why not just do Sneak? And I was like, okay. So yeah, this team's going to be crazy. Their best game, what's Antfrost's best game? Oh, this Sky Battle, right? Sky Battle has to be Sky Battle. I think yeah, it's easy to get you a side or Sky Battle. Either one they could be perfect at. I mean, yeah, this is off the charts, insane. Next up, we have the Blue Bats with Puns, Ponk, CPK, and the Orion Sound with a Season 2 average of 8,806. All right, yeah, this is the team of the duos. We have Puns and Ponk, both P's, and we have CPK and Ollie, who are really good friends from back in the day and still are good friends. I really wanted to try the CPK and Puns duo again, and I was like, why not just put them on blue? Bring back good old memories from MCC 14, which they really aren't good memories because they lost, but, it's fine. And Ponk and Ollie is kind of a cool duo as, they're the two role players of this team, so to see them work together would be kind of cool. And the Puns and Orion Sound, what I'm trying to say, the chemistry between them will be interesting to see how they bounce off of each other. Really cool team. Best game, probably Survival Games. I think this team, maybe Survival Games or maybe Ace Race. Ace Race or Survival Games, I think this team could excel at. Up next, we have the Purple Pandas with Purpled, Wally Bear, Jack Manifold, and Captain Puffy with a Season 2 average of 8,754. I used Kratzy's average for Wally Bear, which is around 2,600, which might be a little bit too much, but I think Wally has a very similar skill set to Kratzy, so I think they can actually have a very similar average once Wally actually gets into the swing of things. Purple and Wally duo going to be crazy. Jack has played with Puffy and Purple before, works fine. Might not help them win dodgeballs, but whatever. And Puffy has played with Purple and Jack before, so yeah. The team, they know each other well. They probably work together well. I don't know if Jack and Wally have ever met before, but that's fine. Purple and Wally will be almost unstoppable once Wally gets the hang of things. And yeah, best game. Ace Race, maybe? No, I don't know. Because it depends on how good Wally is, but Sky Battle probably, because Purple is really good when it comes to that. Ooh, Battle Box. Maybe Battle Box. Actually, yeah, I think Battle Box actually could be the best game for this team. And last, but certainly not least, we have the Pink Parrots with Illumina, Tommyinnit, Filza, and Slimesicle, with a Season 2 average of a 9,085. This team surprisingly has the highest average, and this team is the biggest hit or miss. They can either do really well, or they can get 7th place. This team was heavily inspired by MCC 20 Pink. I think this team is really good at a lot of games. I actually don't know. Probably, but this team would do really well at Battle Box. I think Illumina and Tommy would do really well, and Phil and Slime are really good role players when it comes to Battle Box. So yeah, good Battle Box team, great team all around. 3 out of 4, sorry boys. Yeah, this team actually might get first. You never know. Alright everyone, that's going to do it for my fair MCC 29 teams. Comment down below which team is your favorite. Personally, mine was Lime. And click on one of these videos to keep on watching my content. Anyways, peace.